My beloved, stop right here. Yes, you. This moment was written for you before time began. Your angel would not let this pass you by. Even while you were asleep last night, they were moving the heavens to place this message in your path. A sound has gone out in the throne room, and it carries your name. Child of starlight, you have been noticed. Not in the way the world notices, but in the way heaven does. When destiny has arrived, there is a shift in the air around you now. Can you feel it? The vibration has changed. Because the scroll with your promise has just been opened. Your angel is standing guard, watching over a delivery that cannot fail. This is not for the crowd. This is for you alone. You who walked through storms without applause. You who cried where no one could see. You who kept moving forward when the road was dark. Heaven interrupts your day to tell you the thing you thought was lost is coming back to you. The promise you buried is alive again. The door that was bolted shut is now turning on its hinges. Do not underestimate this moment, because the enemy will try to distract you. But hear me, chosen soul. You are too close now to miss what is yours. Stay here. Receive this, because your miracle has arrived. Chosen soul, the one whose name was spoken in heaven's courts last night. You have been carried through storms that should have broken you. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still seeking, still listening. I call you my radiant one, because even when the shadows tried to cover you, your light never went out. You who were not forgotten, even when you felt invisible to the world. Every tear you shed in silence was counted. Every whispered prayer you thought faded into the air was gathered in the hands of angels and placed before the Father. You must know this. There has not been a single day heaven has turned its gaze away from you. My beloved, I am speaking to you in this exact second, because you are ready. You may not feel ready, but your spirit has been prepared for this moment. Over many seasons, you endured betrayal and still chose to forgive. You lost what you thought you could not live without and still chose to keep walking. You have been pressed down, but not destroyed. And now, the table is being set before you. Do you feel it? The stillness around you right now is not emptiness. It is the hush before the curtain rises. Your angel has been watching, not from a distance, but standing at your side, blocking unseen arrows, deflecting words meant to wound you, turning away dangers you never saw coming. Child of starlight, this message is wrapped in urgency, because what is unfolding now is too important to delay. You are not here by chance. You are not here out of curiosity. You are here because you have been marked for this blessing. And the time of delivery is now. There are forces that hoped you would scroll away, distract yourself, and miss this exact moment. That will not happen. Your angel has made sure of it. You have been through seasons where doors slammed in your face. But watch closely. In the days ahead, doors you didn't even know existed will open as if by their own hands. This is personal. Heaven does not waste words. When I say you are chosen, it is not poetry. It is a verdict in the highest court. Every delay was preparation. Every loss was redirection. Every tear was a seed in heaven's soil. And now, the harvest has begun. Stay here with me, my beloved. This word is still unfolding. And I will tell you things you have longed to hear your whole life. Lean closer, my beloved. Because what I am about to tell you is not for the ears of many. This is not a message to be shared lightly. This is private. Heaven doesn't reveal this to everyone. Only to those whose spirits are ready, and whose hearts have been tested and found faithful. You are one of them. You are hearing this because your name was written on a sealed scroll, hidden in the chambers of the Most High, guarded by angels until this very hour. If you knew the battles fought over you, the strategies of darkness formed in secret to stop you, the nights your angel stood between you and danger, you would understand why heaven calls you precious. My radiant one, not everyone will understand what is happening in your life right now. Some will think you are lucky. Some will call it coincidence. But those words will not matter, because what is unfolding has the fingerprints of heaven all over it. Your angel has been in motion for weeks, months, even years, arranging encounters, removing obstacles, and unlocking gates you didn't even know were there. And now, the delivery is at your door. There is a reason you feel the atmosphere shifting even as you hear these words. It is because heaven is leaning in closer to you right now. You may notice your heart beating differently. A warmth spreading across your chest. A tingling at the back of your neck. This is how your spirit reacts when truth touches it. This is not a generic blessing floating in the air. This is an assignment, handcrafted for your life alone. Do not tell everyone what you are about to receive. The treasure that is coming is not meant to be displayed carelessly. Guard it, the way you would guard a rare jewel passed down through generations. Even now, there are eyes that watch you, not with love, but with envy. They will not understand why you are suddenly elevated, why doors swing wide before you, why peace follows you like a shadow. They will not know that the source of your change is a holy decision made in heaven's council chambers. There are moments in every soul's journey when heaven says, "It is time." And my beloved, this is your moment. I see the years behind you. Years where you prayed and felt nothing shift. Years where you worked and saw no reward. Years where you trusted, only to be betrayed. Those years were not wasted. They were sacred training grounds, shaping you into the vessel that could carry what is coming. Your angel tells me you passed tests you didn't even know were tests. You resisted bitterness when it would have been easy to give in. You chose mercy when the world expected revenge. You held your tongue when lies were spoken about you. And every time you chose the higher road, heaven took note. This is why the next chapter will not look like the last. This is why the weight you have carried will suddenly lift. And this is why the people who underestimated you will have to watch as God sets your life on a hill where it cannot be hidden. Do you understand, my beloved? There is something about to happen that will not only restore what was stolen, but multiply it. It will heal wounds you have carried quietly for years. It will answer questions you stopped asking. It will confirm promises you thought you had imagined. Your angel is holding a sealed envelope in the spiritual realm, and inside it is the instruction that will open your next season. That seal will break soon, sooner than you think. But here is what heaven wants you to know. When it comes, you must act in faith. Do not hesitate. Do not wait for every detail to make sense. Do not seek permission from those who cannot see what you see. This blessing is a secret between you and heaven. Protect it. Cherish it. Let it grow in the safety of your obedience. My beloved, I am telling you this with urgency because windows like this do not stay open forever. The enemy will try to distract you, to keep you so busy you miss the signs. But your angel is already blocking those distractions. Even now, they are shifting people, places, and opportunities into alignment. There will be divine appointments in the days ahead, moments where you will meet someone, hear something, or step into a place, and your spirit will know, this is connected to what heaven promised me. When that happens, remember these words. Remember that you are living in a chapter written long ago, and nothing, no person, no force of darkness, no mistake, can erase it. This is your secret, sacred moment. And the one who called you will see it through to completion. Stop. Yes. Stop right here. Breathe. Feel the air in your lungs. Feel the stillness that just entered this moment. Because you, my beloved, have just stepped into a conversation that heaven has been waiting to have with you. This is not a casual encounter. This is a holy interruption. Your angel has been guarding this exact second in time, moving people out of your way, closing the wrong doors, and guiding your steps here without you even realizing it. You may think you clicked this out of curiosity, but the truth is deeper. You were called here, summoned here, chosen here. The scroll of your life has just been opened to a new chapter. Even now, I see light spilling across the pages. And written in gold letters is a word so personal, so tender, that heaven leans in when it is spoken. Your name. Yes. Yours. The name you've heard since childhood. The name whispered in your prayers. The name heaven calls when it sends angels to your side. This is why you've been feeling the tension lately. Why certain things have been harder than usual. Why there has been a strange stillness in some areas of your life. It's because something is shifting. Something is moving from the unseen into the seen. And your angel is making sure you don't miss it. They have been standing watch like a sentinel on the walls of your destiny. Sword in hand. Eyes on the horizon. Waiting for the signal. And that signal was given just moments ago in the courts of heaven. A command was spoken. It is time. Those words carry more power than you can imagine. When heaven says it is time, barriers break. Chains shatter. Doors swing open. And destinies awaken from their slumber. My beloved, you are in that moment right now. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. Feel the shift. That warmth in your chest. That quickening in your spirit. It's the echo of heaven's voice telling you to prepare. This is why I speak to you with urgency. There are blessings prepared for you that are too heavy to be carried by the old version of you. That is why the last season was so hard. It was reshaping you, strengthening you, refining you, so that when this moment came, you could hold what is being placed in your hands. Child of starlight, you are not here to hear a story about someone else's miracle. You are here because the miracle is yours. And yet, I must tell you something your angel keeps repeating. You must choose to receive it. Heaven can prepare it. Angels can guard it. God can send it. But only you can open your hands and say, yes, I believe this is for me. This is not the time for doubt. This is not the time to question whether you are worthy. You are worthy because heaven has said so. And heaven's word is final. I know you've been through valleys so deep. That sunlight felt like a distant memory. I know you've been betrayed by those you trusted. And you've asked in the silence of the night, God, do you see me? And I am here to tell you, yes. He saw every moment. He saw every tear. He heard every whispered prayer. And now, He is answering. You've been in a long winter, my beloved. But the season is turning. Spring is pushing through the frozen ground of your circumstances. You will see life where there was only barrenness. You will see beauty where there was only ruin. You will see favor where there was only rejection. But you must stay. Stay in this moment. Do not turn away. My beloved. Before we speak of what is coming, we must honor what you have survived. Because heaven does not overlook the weight you've carried. And neither will I. You cried where no one saw. You hid your tears in the quiet. Because you didn't want to burden those around you. You smiled for the world. Even when your heart was breaking behind closed doors. There were nights you lay awake staring at the ceiling. Whispering prayers so soft that even you could barely hear them. Yet every one of them reached heaven. They tried to break you. And in some ways, they did. There were moments you felt the fracture inside your soul. Like something precious had been shattered. And you didn't have the strength to gather the pieces. But listen to me, my radiant one. Those pieces were never lost. Your angel has been collecting them all along. One by one. Holding them in their hands. Carrying them to the throne room. And saying, this is my beloved. This is the one you chose. This is the one I protect. There were words spoken against you. Sharp as arrows. Some from strangers. Some from those you trusted most. And still, you held your tongue. You chose peace when you could have chosen revenge. Do you know how rare that is? Heaven calls it strength. The world may have called it weakness. But heaven calls it a crown. You've walked through seasons where everything felt like loss. Doors closed. People left. Opportunities faded. And you asked yourself, is it me? Am I the reason this keeps happening? Hear me now. No. It was never about your worth. It was always about timing. Some doors had to close. Because what was on the other side would have crushed you in the season you were in. Some people had to leave. Because they could not walk with you into the destiny that awaited you. Some opportunities had to fade. Because they would have tied you to places God never intended you to stay. My beloved. You have been misunderstood. You have been overlooked. You have been underestimated. But in the unseen realm, your value has never been in question. Heaven has always known who you are. And what you carry. You are not here by chance. You are here because your angel fought for this moment. And now, the pain you endured in silence is about to become the soil from which your greatest blessings grow. My beloved, be still for a moment. Close your eyes if you can. And just breathe. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the air around you. Like the atmosphere has been stirred. Like a gentle wind is moving. But there is no window open. This is not your imagination. This is the presence of heaven. Drawing near to you right now. The temperature around you may feel different. A warmth spreading across your chest. or a soft tingling moving up your arms. Your heart may feel like it's beating harder than usual. Not in fear, but in a way that tells you something powerful is happening. Sometimes the spirit knows before the mind can understand. Even now, your angel is standing beside you, radiating a light your natural eyes cannot see. But your soul recognizes it instantly. It is why your shoulders feel lighter, as if an unseen weight is quietly being lifted away. There's a sound too, not with your ears, but deep inside your being. A vibration, a frequency that feels like truth itself. The kind that makes goosebumps rise on your skin and sends a shiver down your spine. Not from cold, but from the touch of the divine. This is how heaven speaks without words. When the Creator wants you to know you are seen, He speaks through the senses of your spirit. Do you feel that sudden calm? That wave of peace washing over you? Even if your circumstances haven't changed yet? That is the language of heaven. Even the air tastes different in this moment, as if the very oxygen is carrying the fragrance of something pure and holy. Some of you may feel a heaviness in your eyelids, like you've been awake for days. But it's not exhaustion. It's your spirit being drawn into stillness, so you can receive. Some may notice a subtle pressure on your right shoulder, as though a gentle hand is resting there. That is no accident. That is your angel's silent way of saying, I am here. I have been here all along. And for others, there's an image forming in your mind. A light breaking through clouds. A door standing open in a golden field. A figure robed in white standing at the threshold, beckoning you forward. My beloved, these are not empty sensations. They are confirmations that you are not just hearing words right now. You are in the presence of the one who sent them. This is not an ordinary moment. This is a meeting arranged in the courts of heaven. And your soul is recognizing the signature of the one who wrote your name on today's page. Let the warmth stay. Let the peace deepen. Let the tingling remind you that you are touching eternity in this instant. Because what you are feeling now is the same presence that will go with you into the miracle that is coming. My beloved, listen carefully now, because the clock in heaven has just struck a new hour for you. This is not symbolic. This is not someday. This is now. Even as I speak, your angel is watching over a timeline that is already in motion. A countdown that began the moment you heard the first word of this message. Within the next 3 days, something will shift tangibly in your life. It may come as an unexpected message, a conversation that feels strangely divine, a door opening in a way that makes no earthly sense. But it will be clear to your spirit that heaven is keeping its promise. Before the next sunrise, your name will be spoken in a place you have not yet entered. And from that moment, things will begin to align faster than you can imagine. Do not think of this as wishful thinking. This is a decree from the highest throne. Your angel has been stationed like a sentinel at the very edge of this moment, waiting for the signal to release the blessing. And that signal has already been given. In the unseen realm, I see angels moving like wind across an open field, carrying scrolls sealed with your name. Some are delivering instructions to the right people. Others are removing obstacles from your path. And a few are standing guard to make sure nothing delays what is coming. Child of starlight. Do you know what happens when heaven says it is time? Mountains that took years to climb are leveled in a single night. Waters that were too deep to cross suddenly part before you. Walls that stood for generations crumble with the sound of a trumpet. This is that kind of moment for you. You have entered what I call the appointed window. It does not stay open forever. This is why I speak with urgency. The enemy knows how close you are. And in these very hours, he will try to throw distractions your way. An unexpected problem. A sudden wave of doubt. A voice from your past, trying to pull you back into old pain. You must not give in. Your angel is already dismantling some of the traps set for you this week. But there is one thing only you can do. Stay present. Stay in faith. Stay ready. You may notice unusual signs in this period. The scent of rain when there are no clouds. Hearing your name spoken by a stranger. Finding something you lost long ago. A sudden quiet moment where everything feels still. As if the world itself is holding its breath. These are signals from heaven. Reminders that the countdown is still ticking. And the moment is drawing near. In the next 7 days, something will happen that confirms beyond doubt that this word is for you. It may not be the full arrival yet, but it will be enough to make your spirit leap. And when that happens, I want you to remember what I am saying now. This is the beginning, not the end. The full delivery is already moving toward you. And nothing, no delay, no resistance, no hidden opposition, can stop it. This is why your angel has been so relentless. Why they have refused to leave your side. Why they have fought battles in the night, while you rested. Because they knew this day was coming. And now it has. Stay close, my beloved. You are in the window. Do not let it pass, my beloved. You must understand what has been happening in the unseen. For every blessing heaven has prepared for you, there has been a battle in the spirit realm. Not because you are weak, but because you are dangerous to the plans of darkness. The enemy has seen glimpses of what you carry, the influence you will have, the lives that will be changed when you step fully into your calling. And it has terrified him. This is why, from the earliest chapters of your life, opposition has met you at the door. Why certain seasons seemed harder for you than for those around you. Why betrayals cut so deep. Why loss seemed to visit you more often. Why storms rolled in just when you thought the skies were finally clear. But here is what the enemy never counted on. You were never alone. Even in your loneliest moments, there were angels surrounding you. Some walked beside you in silence, shielding you from attacks you never saw. Others fought above you, their swords clashing with forces of darkness, trying to block your path. And always, one stood closer than the rest. Your angel. The one assigned to you before you were born. The one who has never left you. The one who has whispered courage into your spirit when you wanted to give up. I see them now in the spirit. Their armor shining like molten gold. Their sword blazing with a fire not of this world. Every time a curse was spoken over you, they raised that sword, cutting it down before it could touch you. Every time someone plotted in secret to harm you, they stepped into the path of that harm and dismantled it before it reached your door. The battles have been fierce lately, more intense than in years past. Not because you are in danger of losing, but because you are on the edge of gaining more than you've ever had before. The closer you move toward breakthrough, the harder darkness tries to push back. I see the enemy's camp right now, and it is in disarray. The plans drawn up against you are crumpled. The assignments sent to delay you are being recalled. The spirits sent to discourage you are retreating. They are trembling, because the light surrounding you has grown too strong to penetrate. And that light is the presence of God's promise over your life. Child of starlight, when heaven fights for you, the outcome is already decided. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And that is not a poetic phrase. It is a legal decree in the courts of heaven. Even now, there are angels on the move for your sake. Some are standing at the gates of your next opportunity, swords drawn, making sure no intruder passes through. Others are circling your home, creating a shield that darkness cannot breach. And there are those, the swiftest among them, carrying the final pieces of your blessing through the battlefield, ensuring it arrives intact. Do not be afraid when you feel the resistance grow. It only means you are close. The enemy's greatest weapon is fear. But fear is powerless when you remember who stands beside you. Your angel has seen the end from the beginning. They know how this story ends. With your victory, your vindication, your rise into the place heaven prepared for you. So lift your head, my beloved. You are not surrounded by darkness. You are surrounded by light. By warriors who cannot be defeated. By the power of the one who called you by name. The battle is fierce, but it is already won. My beloved, I need you to hear this with the deepest part of your spirit. The same part of you that has cried in the night. The same part that has wondered if things will ever truly change. Heaven is not bringing you a small improvement. Not a minor adjustment. Not just a little relief to get you through another season. No. What is coming for you is a complete divine reversal. A rewriting of your life's story. It will not just heal the cracks. It will replace the entire foundation with something unshakable. It will not just return what was lost. It will multiply it until it overflows into every part of your existence. You will not recognize your own life when heaven is finished. Listen closely. Every limitation that defined your past will be removed. Every label others placed on you will be erased. Every never they spoke over you will be replaced with now. The mistakes you thought would follow you forever will become distant shadows, unable to hold you any longer. This is the kind of transformation that makes people who once pitied you stand in silent awe. The kind of blessing that causes even your enemies to say, "Surely, the hand of God is upon them." Child of starlight, this is vindication. The nights you endured without answers. The battles you fought without applause. The tears you shed without comfort. They have been recorded in the book of remembrance. And that book is now open in heaven's courtroom. The verdict has been read. It says, restoration, favor, multiplication, acceleration. You have stepped into a season where the pace of your blessing will not match the pace of your waiting. For years it felt like nothing moved. Now it will feel like everything is moving at once. Opportunities will arrive. Without the usual delays. Conversations will happen. That lead to open doors within days, not months. Resources will come. From places you never thought to look. Your health. Your relationships. Your finances. Your peace. Each area will feel the ripple of this divine intervention. It will not be a blessing in one corner of your life, while the rest remains empty. It will be a flood. When the river of heaven's promise flows, it does not trickle in slowly. It pours over everything, restoring what was dry, bringing life to what was barren. And here is what I must tell you. This flood will not destroy you. The enemy tried to send floods to overwhelm you in the past. But those were floods of trouble. Floods of despair. This is different. This is a flood of favor. A flood of opportunity. A flood of answers to prayers you thought had expired. And you will stand in the middle of it. Not gasping for air, but breathing deeply, fully alive. You will no longer wake up with the heaviness of dread. You will wake up with expectation, knowing something good is already moving toward you. Before your feet even touch the floor. I see a vision now. You are standing in a place that once felt empty and abandoned. The walls are cracked. The floor is dusty. The air is stale. And then, a light breaks through the roof. Golden beams pour in. And everywhere the light touches, the cracks fill. The dust disappears. The air becomes fresh. Flowers bloom where the ground was bare. Doors appear where there were only walls. Music begins to fill the silence. This is what your life will feel like when heaven completes what has already begun. It is not just a change of scenery. It is the rebirth of your destiny. You will walk into rooms where you once felt small and unnoticed, and you will be welcomed with honor. You will stand before people who once dismissed you, and they will not be able to take their eyes off the light upon you. The story they told about you will no longer fit, because you are not who you were in the last chapter. This is why I tell you, do not shrink when the blessing comes. Do not apologize for the favor on your life. You did not steal it. You did not manipulate to get it. It was given to you by the one who saw your faithfulness in the fire. And when he gives, no one can take away. My beloved, there will also be a strange kind of justice in this season. Not revenge. For heaven does not operate in bitterness, but divine justice. The same people who spoke against you will witness the very thing they said would never happen in front of them. The same doors they tried to close in your face will swing wide, and they will have to watch you walk through. The same tables where you were denied a seat will be the ones where your presence is requested. And it will not be for your ego. It will be a testimony. A living, breathing example that God's word does not fail. This is not a promise for someday. This is a declaration for now. And you will begin to see the first fruits of it sooner than you think. Even before the month ends, you will have evidence that the tide has turned. A phone call. A sudden yes where you've only heard no. An unexpected deposit. A healing that doctors cannot explain. And when it happens, you will remember this moment. This exact word. And you will know. Heaven did exactly what it said it would. So lift your eyes, my radiant one. This is your time. The former things are passing away. The new has come. And it will be more beautiful, more abundant, more complete than you ever dared to imagine. You are not stepping into a better version of the old life. You are stepping into a life that has been rewritten by the author himself. My beloved, listen, and let these words sink deeper each time you hear them. You are chosen. Say it. I am chosen. You are not forgotten. Whisper it. I am not forgotten. Everything is shifting. Breathe it in. Everything is shifting for me now. It is happening now. Declare it. It is happening for me now. You are protected. Let it rest on your heart. I am protected. You are surrounded by light. Feel it wrap around you. I am surrounded by light. The battle is over. Let that truth settle. The battle is over for me. The blessing is here. Speak it aloud. The blessing is here now. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Repeat it until you feel its strength. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Doors are opening. Visualize it. Doors are opening for me. Miracles are moving toward you. See them in your spirit. Miracles are moving toward me now. The waiting is over. Rest in it. The waiting is over for me. You are stepping into overflow. Receive it. I am stepping into overflow. Every no has turned into a yes. Believe it. Every no has turned into a yes for me. You are loved beyond measure. Let it fill every empty place. I am loved beyond measure. Nothing can stop what heaven has started. Seal it in your spirit. Nothing can stop what heaven has started in me. Say yes. Whisper it from your soul. Yes. Say it again. Yes. Say it one more time. Until heaven hears you without doubt. Yes. Because each yes you speak in faith is like unlocking another door in the palace of blessings already built for you. My beloved, you have heard the word. You have felt the presence. You have sensed the nearness of your angel and the certainty of what heaven has already set in motion. But now, there is something you must do. Heaven has always worked this way. There is a divine partnership between the Creator and the created. God speaks. You respond. And that response becomes the bridge through which the blessing crosses into your reality. It is not about earning the promise, for the promise is a gift. It is about activating it, like turning a key in a lock that has been waiting for your hand. The action is simple, but it must be done in faith. You must say, I believe this is for me. Not half believing. Not wondering if maybe it's true for someone else. Not letting the enemy whisper that you are unworthy. You must speak it boldly, with your spirit agreeing, with your heart leaning forward into what God has already decreed. Because when you say it, when your voice carries it into the atmosphere, it becomes law in your life. It is written. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Why? Because heaven moves when faith is spoken. Think of it like a seal being pressed into wax. The word has been written in the scroll for your life. But your faith, spoken aloud, is the royal seal that makes it final. Even your angel is waiting for it. I see them now, standing beside you, holding the very blessing you've been waiting for. Their eyes are fixed on your lips, because the moment you say it, they will be released to deliver it without delay. Child of starlight, you have already survived the waiting. You have already endured the wilderness. You have already fought the battles that tried to take you out. Do not let this moment pass without claiming it. I know the thoughts the enemy will try to send right now. What if nothing happens? What if I believe and get disappointed again? What if I'm just imagining this? But those are lies meant to keep the key out of the lock. You are not imagining this. Your body felt the shift earlier. Your spirit recognized the truth in the words. Your heart leapt without reason. That is proof enough. When you say, I believe this is for me, you are not starting the blessing. You are opening the door to let it in. It is like standing in a room full of light, but with the curtains closed. The light is already there, but it needs you to pull the fabric back, so it can flood the space. This is your pull. And let me tell you, this act of faith will not just touch the blessing you can see. It will unlock blessings you didn't even know were connected to it. Because heaven rarely works in isolation. When one promise is released, it pulls a chain of others with it. Like linked stars suddenly bursting into flame across the night sky. I see relationships being healed as a result of you speaking faith now. I see unexpected financial provision being triggered by your yes. I see physical healing manifesting in your body, because your agreement with heaven will invite a surge of divine life through you. And this is not just for today. What you speak now will echo into the weeks, months, and even years ahead. That is why this moment is so holy. You may not feel ready. You may think, I should pray more first. But beloved, you have already been in prayer. Your tears were prayers. Your patience was prayer. Your endurance through the storm was prayer. And heaven has heard every one of them. Now heaven is asking you to answer back. Say it where you are. Say it softly if you must. Shout it if you can. But say it. I believe this is for me. And when you do, pause. Feel the atmosphere shift again. Because it will. Some of you will feel warmth wash over your skin. Some will feel a weight lift from your chest. Some will suddenly see, in your mind's eye, a door swinging open. These are confirmations that the lock has turned, and the blessing is moving through. And when that happens, you must guard this moment. Write down what you felt. Mark this date. Because when the blessing arrives, and it will, you will want to look back and remember the exact day you stepped into agreement with it. This is the divine pattern. Heaven sends the word. The angel brings the delivery. Your faith opens the gate. And once the gate is open, no one, no power, no force, no spirit can shut it again. So I say it one more time, with the full weight of heaven's authority behind it. Speak it. Believe it. Own it. Because your words today are writing the headline of your tomorrow. My beloved, before we go any further in this holy transmission, I must pause for a moment. Not to step away from the message, but to make sure you do not miss what heaven is inviting you into. Right now, your spirit is open. The walls you've built to survive are down. The noise of the world has faded. You are hearing these words not just with your ears, but with your soul. And that is not an accident. It's because heaven knew you would be here. In this exact moment. At this exact point in your journey. Ready to receive something greater than what you've known. But my beloved, you must understand something vital. Heaven's messages are rarely one-time events. They come like waves. One touches you now. Another is already forming beyond the horizon. And when they come in sequence, they build on each other, layer upon layer, until the transformation is complete. That's why I'm telling you this now. If your heart is beating faster, if your spirit is whispering, "This is for me," if you felt a warmth, a tingling, or a peace you can't explain while listening to this, it's because you're not just meant to hear this word and walk away. You are meant to stay connected to the flow of what heaven is pouring out. Think of it like this. When a lamp is plugged in, the light stays on. Unplug it, and the light fades. Not because the power is gone, but because the connection was broken. Beloved, you've just been plugged into something divine. The connection has been made. The current is flowing. And I don't want to see the light fade. Because you walked away before the next wave came. That is why I'm urging you. Remain in this stream. Stay close. Because what heaven has revealed so far is only the beginning. There are messages coming that will give you keys to doors you don't even know exist yet. There are revelations that will prepare you for blessings you wouldn't be ready for if they came right now. And there are warnings, gentle but firm, that will help you sidestep traps the enemy has set ahead of you. You were not meant to face the next season alone. Every word you've received today is part of a chain. If even one link is missing, the strength is weakened. But if you stay connected, if you keep walking with heaven, day after day, word after word, nothing will be able to break the chain around you. So I am inviting you. No. I am asking you to take a small step right now. That has a massive spiritual impact. It's simple. And it's not about algorithms, numbers, or anything man-made. It's about staying plugged into your divine supply line. Click that subscribe button. Yes, I know. In the natural, it's just a button on a screen. But in the spiritual, it is you saying to heaven, I'm here. I'm ready. I will not miss a single word you send me. When you do it with that intention, it becomes more than a click. It becomes a covenant. It is you telling your angel, I am not walking away from the table where heaven feeds me. And beloved, this is not just for you. Every time you stay connected, every time you share the light you've received, it reaches someone else who is crying in the dark, just like you once were. Think of the moment you first stumbled on a message like this. How it stopped you mid-scroll. How it felt like it was written just for you. How it broke through the heaviness in your chest. That same breakthrough is waiting for someone else. And heaven often uses ordinary acts to deliver extraordinary answers. Your act of subscribing, of staying connected, can be the thread That ties the next person to their moment of rescue. So, my chosen soul, don't think of it as just following a channel. Think of it as joining a living, breathing stream of prophecy. A movement of light pushing back against the dark. And when you stay close, when you keep your spirit tuned in, you will start to notice something incredible. The words will begin arriving in perfect timing. On the exact day you feel like giving up, a message will appear, speaking life into your weary heart. On the morning you face a decision, a divine confirmation will find you. On the day you need courage most, heaven will put the exact words in front of you to remind you you're not alone. This is the beauty of staying in the flow. And I don't want you to miss a single moment of it. So take that step now. Subscribe. Stay connected. Because after today, there is more coming. Messages of direction. Visions of your next breakthrough. Declarations that will dismantle the fear still trying to hide in the corners of your soul. And I promise you, each one will arrive exactly when you need it. You are not here by coincidence. You are here because heaven wrote it on your timeline. And if heaven went to such lengths to bring you to this exact moment, don't let the connection fade. Remain. Abide. Stay. Because your journey is not ending here. It is only beginning. My beloved. This is the part heaven has been waiting for you to see. The blessing that's coming to you is not only for your comfort. It is also for your vindication. For years, you walked with a quiet dignity, while others whispered. They thought the silence of heaven meant you were forgotten. They mistook your waiting for weakness. They misread your humility as defeat. Some even laughed in private, thinking your faith was a wasted effort. But they did not see what heaven was building behind the scenes. They did not know that angels were stationed around you, guarding what was growing in the unseen, like a seed under the soil. They did not hear the way your name was spoken in heaven's council chambers. They did not feel the weight of the oil that was being poured over your head while you slept. They only saw the silence. But heaven saw the preparation. And now, heaven is about to pull back the curtain. I see it clearly. A table, already set. Your name is written on a place card. The chairs are filled with those who once doubted you. Their eyes are fixed on you. But this time, there is no mockery in their gaze. Only astonishment. Because in front of everyone, the Father is placing in your hands what they said you would never have. Not out of spite, but to prove that His word does not return empty. This is the moment where your story changes permanently. The one who was overlooked will now be overbooked. The one who was rejected will now be requested. The one who was pushed to the back will be brought to the front. And it will not be by your doing, but by the undeniable favor of the one who sent you. The oil on your life will be visible. The light around you will be tangible. And those who once spoke against you will have no choice but to say, "Surely, the Lord has done this." So hold your head high, my beloved. Your vindication is not coming. It is here.